I think Tesla should start building a second factory in the United Kingdom, possibly with the main purpose of supplying right-hand drive for the world. In any case, being able to move production without moving the shell of the factory would be very useful in negotiations with governments and unions. If, for instance, water in Giga Berlin area become a real problem in a few years, Tesla could slide production to the United Kingdom, says one of you guys who have commented below. Tesla will be battery constrained for some time in the future, so batteries can be directed where most useful. I know it's not as easy as I said, says this person, but Elon Musk could move a factory more quickly than the competitors. Tesla just secured 1 year of Giga Shanghai shipping with Hyundai Glovis. This is going to allow Tesla to ship 500,000 extra cars in 2022, and I think Tesla is getting ready to produce the $25,000 car at Giga Shanghai and is readying the shipment logistics so the company can ship them globally. First, Tesla is quietly putting a $190 million investment addition onto Giga Shanghai that will produce huge numbers of electric vehicles in the second half of 2022. This has been reported in the media in end of November. Shanghai production is continuing to ramp up with a growing demand worldwide. It's only logical to put in place export shipping contracts. But also, Robert Grafham, who commented here before, has an interesting take on it. He says, my take is that this is part of the preparation for up-and-coming new production. It could be used for Model 3 export in the short term, but I believe, says Robert, this is mainly being set up for the sub $25,000 base Tesla model when that goes into production. Elon has already confirmed that this under $25,000 Tesla EV will be produced and shipped globally from Giga Shanghai, and we already know that new battery deal with BYD for Blade batteries will be used in the new subcontract car. So I think Tesla is preparing the groundwork either for shipping huge quantities of $25,000 affordable car in 2022 or simply to meet its growing demand. Tesla took a big risk building Giga Berlin Gigafactory with preliminary approvals, but I think the risk is not as big as you may think. Let's be sensible about this. Giga Berlin's real risk is tiny, says Colin WP, one of you guys who have commented here. Germany is never going to put Tesla or any other massive investment, job creation, etc., in the position of saying no after outline approval and signing off the many stages of development of Giga Berlin EV factory. It is no-brainer, as they say, but in general, I would agree that US companies and US investors are far more comfortable to accept higher risk, whereas Europeans will not be even a fraction of the same appetite. There is a great benefit for Germany to approve Giga Berlin in 2021, even if it's the 11th hour of December 31st. Just for the optics, in the future, approval in 2021 by the German authorities should be somewhat of a priority, wrote Gus Levi. They can then always state that the factory, Giga Berlin, was started in 2020 and approved by 2021. This is why it's important. Mr. Paul commented and wrote, this delayed Giga Berlin launch is very frustrating. Of course, it will be fascinating to compare the productivity and quality of Tesla's 4 main gigafactories next year in 2022 when they are all up and running. Mr. Paul says, my gut feeling is that in 2022, Tesla Giga Shanghai will be running super smooth and will excel, while at Giga Texas, the employees will ramp up production fast with that premier factory and footprint next to in Austin, Texas. While Giga Berlin show the wait was worthwhile, actually, will Giga Berlin show the wait was worthwhile, or in a year from now, will Berlin be cleared third or worse still, the 4th gigafactory behind Fremont? What are your thoughts? Let me know, friends. What is the biggest reason behind the speed of Tesla Giga Berlin? Do you guys know? Yesterday when I published a report about Tesla setting a record with Giga Berlin speed, others in Germany may want to follow, you gave me lots of good comments. And in one of your comments, username 68Jaguar420G sent me a good comment talking about the biggest reason behind the speed of Tesla Giga Berlin. He says, I think that the biggest reason behind the speed of Giga Berlin in the local bureaucratic environment is that Tesla was willing to proceed at risk. And by willingness to proceed at risk, is the preliminary approvals. Tesla didn't wait until the final approval will come, for which it's waiting right now. But, got little preliminary approval and build it. Got another preliminary approval and build the Gigafactory. And this all came with a big risk that if the final permit didn't come, Tesla was going to tear down everything and even plant the forest back. And for that, Tesla in the beginning, if you remember my earlier reports, had deposited 100 million euros. So Tesla was willing to proceed with Giga Berlin at risk. This is why the company was built in such a fast time. Very few companies, the user says, are willing to do this, even on a much smaller scale. Hence why Tesla's project has proceeded with minimal wait time between announcement of the Giga Berlin project and commencement of Giga Berlin's construction. Tesla sees a product market of sufficient size and value to justify this risk, but there will be few others that can identify such a market. Some of that time saving is now being lost, sadly, waiting for the final approval of Giga Berlin project. But the balance is still well on Tesla's side, probably on the scale of a few years even. The physical construction of Giga Berlin is probably no faster or slower than any other facility of comparable size and complexity in Germany or elsewhere. So what do you think, friends? Do you agree with this view? I think this is a very reasonable view that has merit, because Tesla was willing to take huge risk. Imagine if the final permit doesn't come for some reason and Tesla has to tear down the whole work of 2 years, all the expenses gone, and Tesla has deposited 100 million euros for that. But the biggest reason behind the speed of Giga Berlin in the local bureaucratic environment, I agree, is that Tesla was willing to proceed at that risk. So still, Tesla is in good timing. What do you think about this, friends? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. This is Armen Hareyan from Torque News YouTube channel. Please subscribe to our channel for daily Tesla news. God bless you, everyone. Peace be with all of you. Merry, happy Christmas to all of you and your families. And let's move on to our next Tesla story. A lot of people complain about the speed of Tesla Giga Berlin for Germany, but I want to make one point, fair point for Germany and in defense of Germany. For Germany, Tesla Giga Berlin was lightning fast. I read one tweet today by a Twitter user BFINalka, and I will have that tweet on your screen, who says for Germany, this, meaning Tesla Giga Berlin, was lightning fast. It was not a nightmare that some people think it was a nightmare, but normal procedure for Germany. It may have been unexpected for some not familiar with how the German process usually works, including it may have been unexpected, including for Elon Musk, Tesla's CEO. Nevertheless, Tesla set an example on speed, otherwise will want to follow. Now, if you compare Tesla Giga Berlin's process with Berlin's airport, which was not functional for 10 years. And look, Tesla Giga Berlin, since the day of announcement, it's been already 2 years, and Tesla Giga Berlin started the construction very quickly, and it's nearing the final permit already. As I reported this morning, hopefully Germany will do something by the end of this year, within a week, but it is unlikely, and Tesla Giga Berlin may start the production in January or February. But again, for Germany, what we have seen happening at Tesla Giga Berlin was a lightning fast speed if you compare this with other things that Germany has done or other companies that have come to Germany. Like I said, because I've been following Tesla Giga Berlin for already 2 years and reporting some weeks every day and some weeks only maybe 2-3 stories from Giga Berlin. But as I'm looking at what was happening, I see that Germany has a normal process. Now, for us in the United States, it may seem like a red tape, bureaucracy, and so on. But look, maybe Germany has this red tape and this due process. That's why we all say, oh, German quality, German, everything in Germany is good quality, good engineering, and so on. Maybe this is how you achieve this. Now, I see the Tesla Giga of Texas seems to be much faster than Giga Berlin, but again, in Germany they have their own laws. It's a sovereign country, they have their processes, and if you want to do business there, I think someone needs to respect that. So what I'm saying, it's a due process, and nevertheless Tesla set an example on speed in Germany for others that they may want to follow. So what do you think about this, friends? Let me know your thoughts. This is Armen Hareyan from TorqueNews.com. By the way, this may be a little unrelated, but Chinese electric vehicle power battery giant CATL is analyzing 2 locations in Poland, which is next door to Giga Berlin, for a possible battery plant of up to 2 billion euros, according to a report in Polish newspaper Puls Biznesu today. And it said that the Tesla and NIO electric vehicle battery supplier CATL looked at site in Jawor and Gorzow Wielkopolski in western Poland, the report said, adding that most of the factory's output would be shipped to Germany, where Tesla has its Giga Berlin factory. When asked about the matter, CATL sources said they would not comment. According to Chinese media, CATL is the largest power battery manufacturer in China, electric vehicle battery manufacturer in China, with 11.45 gigawatt hour installed in China in November and a 55% market share, according to data released earlier this month by the Chinese Automotive Battery Innovation Alliance. So what do you think of this, friends? Do you think Tesla Giga Berlin set a good example for Germany? I think so. This is Armen Hareyan from TorqueNews.com. Please subscribe to our channel for breaking discussions on Giga Berlin and Tesla and electric vehicles and EV batteries. And also give us thumbs up if you found this report helpful. And let's move on to our next Tesla story.